Life, Pre-Intermediate Students' Book by John Hughes, with Paul Dummett and Helen Stevenson. Published by National Geographic Learning, a part of Cengage Learning. Copyright 2013. CD1. 1.1 Unit 1 Opener.
People sometimes think Mary and Gerald are married, but in fact, they're just good friends. They have known each other for 40 years because they regularly go ballroom dancing. Every week they meet and practice dancing. Mary Hall is 85 years old and Gerald Kavanagh is 80. So, after all these years, why do they dance? Probably because it's good for their health, for two reasons. It's good physical exercise. But dancing is also about learning new movements, so it's good for your mental health as well. Dancing is one good reason for their long and happy life.
1.2 Unit 1A.
This quiz is a good way for people to find out how they sleep. It shows them what kind of person they are. People with mostly A answers usually sleep very well. They have regular routines and they are hardly ever tired. People with B answers sleep fairly well. Most adults wake up once or twice a night, and that's normal. But these people probably have busy working lives or families, so they always want extra hours in bed. Try to go to bed earlier and sleep for an extra hour at weekends. People with mostly C answers have the biggest problems. These people don't relax before bedtime. They regularly work in the evening or do exercise. Don't misunderstand me. Sport is good for your health, but not late at night.
1.3 Unit 1A. 1.
Feels,
2.
needs,
3.
watches,
4.
sleeps,
5.
goes,
6.
dances,
7.
does,
8.
works.
1.4 Unit 1B.
No one knows exactly the reason why some people live longer than others. Why are they so healthy? Is it their diet? Do they go to the gym more than others? Well, one man is trying to answer these questions, and that man is explorer and journalist David McLean. He's currently travelling to places and regions with large numbers of people aged 100 and over, and asking the questions, why are they so healthy? What are they doing that the rest of us aren't? At the moment, he's working on the island of Sardinia in Italy, but he's speaking to us right now on the phone. David, thank you for joining us today.
Hello.
So, first of all, tell us why you decided to visit Sardinia.
Well, Sardinia is an interesting place because men live the same amount of time as women. That isn't normal for most countries. Men normally die younger.
And does anyone know the reason why people live longer in Sardinia?
There are different ideas about this, but possibly one explanation is that the family is so important here. Every Sunday, the whole family meets and they eat a huge meal together. Research shows that in countries where people live longer, the family is important. But also on Sardinia, the older mother or grandmother often has authority in the family. As men get older, they have less responsibility in Sardinian culture. So perhaps the older men have less stress, which means they're living longer.
I see. So, do you think people live longer in traditional societies?
That's an interesting question. It's true that even on Sardinia, the younger generation are eating more food like chips and burgers. Also, young people are moving to the city, so they are doing less exercise because of their lifestyle. So it will be interesting to come back to Sardinia in 20 years and see if people are still living longer.
1.5. Unit 1D. 1,
Head. Bed.
2,
Saw. Saw.
3,
Throat. Note.
4,
Cough. Off.
5,
Ache. Wake.
6,
Ear. Hear.
1.6. Unit 1D. Conversation 1.
Hello. I've got a sore throat and a runny nose. I feel terrible.
Have you got a temperature as well?
No, it's normal.
Well, you should take this medicine twice a day. It's good for a sore throat.
Thanks.
And try drinking hot water with honey and lemon. That helps.
Okay, I will.
Oh, and you need a box of tissues. If you still feel ill in a few days, see a doctor.
Conversation 2.
I've got an earache in this ear. I couldn't sleep last night because it was so painful.
Let me have a look. Ah, yes, it's very red in there. What about the other one?
It feels fine.
It's a bit red as well. Do you feel sick at all?
No, not really.
Let me check your temperature. Yes, it's higher than normal. I'll give you something for it. You need to take one of these pills twice a day for 7 days. Drink lots of water and come back if you don't feel better.
1.7. Unit 2 Opener.
The swimming race in the photo is one part of 3 races in total. The competitors swim for 3.86 kilometres, that's 2.4 miles, cycle for 180 kilometres, and run a marathon at the end. It's called the Ironman Triathlon, and the men swimming in the photo are all competing at the annual Ironman World Championship in Hawaii. Hundreds of people compete, but thousands of spectators also watch the famous contest. They all want to see someone win the ultimate test of fitness.
1.8. Unit 2A. 1,
Watching.
2,
Language.
3,
Waiting.
4,
Thinks.
5,
Cycling.
6,
Losing.
7,
Winning.
8,
English.
9,
Competing.
10.
Thanks.
1.9. Unit 2A. Meg.
I love getting up early every morning and going to the pool. It's really quiet at this time, and there are only 1 or 2 other people. I'm not very good at swimming, but I've got problems with my back, so it helps with that.
Paul.
I prefer watching sports to doing them, especially running. We have to do sport at school on Tuesdays and Fridays with our teacher, Mr. Sykes. He tells us to run round and round the school field. Running is really boring exercise, and I'm always last. I hate losing.
Kirsty.
I like playing tennis so much that currently I'm working with a tennis coach to improve my game. I've got my first competition in a month. I'm very excited about competing because one day I'd like to become a professional player, and this is an opportunity to see how good I really am against other players.
1.10. Unit 2A.
I like playing tennis so much that currently I'm working with a tennis coach to improve my game. I've got my first competition in a month. I'm very excited about competing because one day I'd like to become a professional player, and this is an opportunity to see how good I really am against other players.
1.11. Unit 2B.
Well, here we are in a place called Banner Elk. Yes, I'd never heard of it either. Anyway, it's in the mountains of North Carolina, USA, and it is cold. But that doesn't stop hundreds of competitors coming here every October for the town's annual Woolly Worm Race. The rules for the competition are easy. Anyone of any age can enter, but you must have a woolly worm. You can bring your own, or you can buy one before the race. Each race has 20 people and 20 woolly worms. You have to put your worm on a piece of string at the start. Then they're off. The only rule is that you mustn't touch your worm during the race. During the day, there are lots of races, and if your woolly worm beats the others in the race, you take part in the grand final in the afternoon. And the prize money is $1,000. Well worth it, I'd say.
1.12. Unit 2D.
Hey, have you seen this?
What?
This advert. You're really good at doing that.
Yes, but I have so much work at the moment. I don't have time.
So this is a good way to relax.
I can take a good one of friends and family, but I'm not very creative with it.
All right. Well, what about joining something else? This one. Are you interested in acting?
You're joking. I hate standing up in front of people. You're more of a performer than me.
Yes, but it's a musical. I'm not very good at singing.
Let's have a look at that. But it says here, enthusiasm is more important than talent. Go on. I think you'd enjoy it.
Well, maybe. But I think I'd prefer to join this on Wednesday evenings.
What? You do exercise?
What do you mean, me? Anyway, it looks fun. Why don't you come too?
Me? But I can't even walk 20 kilometres, never mind run it.
No, but that's the point. Look, there's even a beginners group. You should do it with me.
1.13 Unit 2D 1,
Interested.
2,
Should.
3,
Friends.
4,
Evenings.
5,
Something.
6.
What?
1.14 Unit 3 Opener
This photo is on a train in Bangladesh. It was the end of Ramadan, and lots of people travel home at that time of year. Train tickets sell out quickly, so you often see people riding on top of the trains and the carriages. In this picture, the woman is sitting between the carriages because there isn't space on top of the train. It looks a bit dangerous, but she doesn't look very worried.
1.15 Unit 3A
One day, I'd like to buy an electric car. They're much cleaner than petrol cars, but I'm not sure if I'll see many on the road in the near future.
But you can already buy them.
Really?
Sure, and they have the most efficient type of engine. Unfortunately, they're much more expensive than petrol cars. When they're cheaper, more people will buy them.
I'm not sure if that's better or worse. With more people on the road, we'll have more traffic jams.
Especially at 8 in the morning. It's the worst time of the day.
Yes, I try to avoid the rush hour now. I leave home before 7.
Well, I'd like to leave the car at home, but every other type of transport is slower. This town needs better public transport. The buses don't go to the right places, and they're always late. Last week, I waited for number 29 for over an hour.
1.16 Unit 3A 1,
Electric cars are much cleaner than petrol cars.
3,
Electric cars are much more expensive than petrol cars.
1.17 Unit 3B Documentary 1
On a beautiful summer morning in Thailand, guests are arriving for a wedding. Some are arriving in cars, but the most special guests are riding in traditional style on the backs of elephants. Elephants are as heavy as cars, but they aren't as fast. And most people also think elephants aren't as comfortable as cars. However, in Thailand, these animals have great importance. The Asian elephant became a domestic animal 5,000 years ago. In the past, they transported soldiers to wars and worked in the forests pulling up trees and carrying wood. Nowadays, it's more common to see them transporting tourists and people on special occasions. But they are as important as ever in Thai society.
Documentary 2.
Lester Courtney and his wife spend a lot of time with their horses, not for leisure, but for work. They are traditional tree loggers who cut trees in traditional ways. They also transport the trees traditionally, with horses. Once the trees are down, Dan and Maddie pull them away. They're Lester's 2 horses. Lester has always used horses. Horses aren't the fastest form of transportation, but Lester doesn't believe modern machines are as good. It's true that horses aren't as strong as lorries or as fast, but Lester prefers working with animals. For one thing, a horse isn't as heavy as modern machinery, so it doesn't damage the old forests. Lester also prefers horses because horses aren't as noisy.
1.18 Unit 3B 1.
Lorries are heavier than horses.
2.
Elephants are as heavy as trucks.
3.
They aren't as fast as cars.
4.
Horses are the fastest.
1.19 Unit 3D 1.
Hello. Are you the next taxi?
Yes, that's right.
I'd like to go to the station, please.
Bus or train?
Oh, sorry. The train station.
OK. Get in then.
2.
There are roadworks up by the entrance.
You can drop me off here. It's fine. How much is that?
£6.30.
Sorry, I only have a £20 note. Do you have change?
Sure. So that's £13.70. Do you want a receipt?
No, it's okay, thanks. Bye.
Three.
Hi, do you stop at the airport?
Yeah, I do. Which terminal is it? North or south?
I need to get to the, North Terminal.
OK. A single or return ticket?
Single, please.
That's £2.
4.
A return ticket to the airport, please.
OK. The next train goes in 5 minutes.
Right. That one, please.
First or second class?
Second.
OK. That's £14.50.
Wow. Can I pay by check?
Sorry. Cash or credit card?
Oh, no. Oh, one moment. Maybe I have enough left.
OK. Here you are.
Which platform is it?
Oh, platform 6.
5.
Hello. Can I see your passport?
Here you are. I don't have a ticket because I booked online.
That's okay. How many bags are you checking in?
None. I only have this carry-on.
Okay. Window or aisle?
I don't mind, but can I have a seat next to my friend?
Has he already checked in?
No, I'm waiting for him.
Well, I can't really...
Shelley.
Where have you been?
Oh, it's a long story.
1.20 Unit 3D 1.
Single or return?
2.
Window or aisle?
3.
Credit card or cash?
4.
Bus or train?
5.
North or south?
6.
First or second?
1.21 Unit 4 Opener
My name's Vic, and I live in the state of Tennessee. During the week, I work in a bank, but at the weekends, I go caving. Colleagues at work think I'm a bit crazy because it's dangerous and sometimes you have to take risks. But I like the challenge. Every cave is a new adventure. I think my biggest achievement so far was reaching Rumbling Falls Cave. It's a really challenging cave because you climb down a hole that's about 20 meters into the ground. Then you go up 2 waterfalls and through a cave on your hands and knees for nearly a mile, so you need to be physically fit. But at the end, you suddenly come to what we call the Rumble Room. It's an incredible place. It's a gigantic room, and it's like a different world.
1.22 Unit 4A 1.
Lived.
2.
Finished.
3.
Wanted.
4.
Studied.
5.
Waited.
6.
Looked.
7.
Decided.
8.
Climbed.
1.23 Unit 4A 1.
Where did Edurne Pasaban live?
In the mountainous Basque region of Spain.
2.
When did she climb her first mountain?
When she was 14.
3.
What did she study at university?
Engineering.
4.
When did Stephen Shopman and Stephen Bowie drive round the world?
From 2007 to 2010.
5.
What did they go across?
A minefield.
6.
What did they find?
That the world wasn't as dangerous as they thought.
1.24 Unit 4B
Normally, we only hear bad news, so it's good to have some good news from time to time. For example, did you hear in the news about Maria Garza? She was sitting on an aeroplane in Denver Airport with her 1-year-old child when she saw a fire from the window. It was coming from one of the engines. Did you read that? No? It was amazing. While the other passengers were running to the exits, Maria climbed out of the window and onto the wing of the plane. She saved her daughter's life, and she was pregnant at the time. So, in fact, she saved 3 lives. In today's programme, we're talking about why some people are survivors. We want to know what makes these people so special. For example, what are their personal qualities? Here to help us answer that question is Dr. Sandy Weiss. Sandy is a doctor of psychology and an expert in survival skills. So, Sandy, what kind of person is a survivor?
Well, the story of Maria Garza is a good one because she showed a personal quality that all survivors have.
Which is?
They are always decisive. They always think and move very quickly. And so she saved 3 lives. It's an important quality in a difficult situation. Another important quality they need is determination. For example, did you read about 13-year-old Bethany Hamilton? She showed real determination. One day, when she was surfing, a shark attacked her, and she lost an arm. It was an incredible story. With one arm, she swam back to the beach.
Incredible. And there was another recent similar story. That couple, the Carlsons.
Sorry, what were they doing?
They were sailing their boat when a wave hit them. The boat sank, and they were at sea for 31 days.
Oh, yes, I remember that story. But they were experienced with boats, so skill and knowledge probably saved them more than anything else.
Right. So what if I don't have special personal qualities or skills? Is there anything I can do?
Yes, there is. Most survivors don't normally take risks.
What do you mean?
Well, on an airplane, the survivors usually wear seat belts. At sea, you take extra food and water. On a mountain, a climber always wears warm clothes.
Right. I suppose we normally think survivors are risk-takers, but in fact, most of them are quite careful.
Exactly. We all take risks, even when we walk across the road. But most survivors don't take unnecessary risks.
1.25 Unit 4B 1.
She was surfing in Hawaii.
2.
It wasn't snowing.
3.
Was it raining?
1.26 Unit 4D
Hi, Mark. How was your camping trip?
It was great in the end, but we had a terrible time at the beginning.
Why?
First, we left the house early on Saturday morning, but after only half an hour, the car broke down.
Oh no.
Fortunately, there was a garage nearby, and the mechanic fixed the problem. But when we arrived at the forest, it was getting dark. After we drove around for about an hour, we finally found the campsite, but it was completely dark by then. Unfortunately, it started raining, so we found a nice hotel down the road.
That was lucky.
Yes, it was a great hotel, and in the end, we stayed there for the whole weekend.
Sounds great.
1.27 Unit 4D 1,
Why?
2,
That was a good idea.
3.
Oh no!
4.
Sounds great.
1.28. Unit 5 Opener.
Every day we use objects like computers, mobile phones, and household appliances such as washing machines and cookers without thinking. So when you see a sculpture by the artist George Sabra, it's surprising because he uses these objects in new ways. Take the sculpture in the photo, for example. It looks like a strange animal, and it's made of wood, metal, and plastic. The body is wood from a beech. The round head is made of metal, and the hair is made of metal and plastic computer parts. George makes these sculptures because he wants people to think about the environment and about recycling and reusing everyday objects.
1.29. Unit 5A.
OK, so this week on Radio Talk we're talking about recycling. We want to know, how much do you recycle? And do you think it's important? The phone lines are open. And our first caller this morning is Reg from Cambridgeshire. Reg, you're on Radio Talk. Go ahead. Reg, are you there?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, Reg, I can hear you, and so can about 500,000 other people. What did you want to say, Reg?
Well, a lot of people talk about recycling these days, and they say it's good for the environment. But I'm not so sure. Take where I live, for example. There aren't any recycling centres in my town.
Really, Reg? But what about at your local supermarket? Are there any recycling bins there?
OK, yes, there are some recycling bins, I admit, and a lot of people take their rubbish there. But listen to this. A lorry comes every single week to take it all away. I ask you, how is that good for the environment? Think about all the fuel it uses. No, I'm not convinced. And another thing.
Actually, Reg, I'm going to stop you there because on line 2 I have another caller. Line 2, are you there?
Hello? Yes, I'm here.
And what's your name?
Sandra.
OK, Sandra, you are live on Radio Talk.
Well, I'm really angry with the man who was just on.
You mean Reg?
Yes, he's just like all the people who live round me. They don't recycle much stuff either.
What? None of them?
Well, not many people on my street recycle. I don't know about other parts of the town. Every week I see them. They throw away a lot of bags. I suppose some people recycle a little rubbish every week. They don't think they have time for recycling.
And do you ever say anything to them?
Yes, I do. I tell them. You only need a few minutes every day to separate your glass, plastic and paper. And there are a lot of places where you can take recycling. There's no excuse at all.
That's an interesting opinion, Sandra, and so what I want to do is bring back Reg, who's waiting on line 1. Reg?
Hello?
Reg, I'd like you to reply to Sandra because she says it's easy to recycle. What do you say to that?
Well, she might be right, but where I live, you can't recycle.
1.30. Unit 5B.
The TV. The Internet.
1.31. Unit 5B. 1.
The bottle.
2.
The phone.
3,
The fuel.
4,
The apple.
5,
The electricity.
6,
The gas.
7,
The insurance.
8.
The water.
1.32, Unit 5D.
Thank you for calling techoart.com. Your call is important to us. For information about our latest products, press 1. For orders, press 2. For problems with your order, press 3. All our customer service assistants are busy. We apologise for the delay. Your call is important to us. One of our customer service assistants will be with you as soon as possible.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Hi. I'm calling about an order for a computer circuit board clock from your website, but I received an email saying I have to wait 7 more days.
One moment. Do you have the order number?
Yes, it's 80531A.
Is that A as in Alpha?
That's right.
Is that Ms. Jane Powell of 90 North Lane?
Yes, it is.
Can I put you on hold for a moment?
Sure.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
I'm very sorry, but this product isn't in stock at the moment. We'll have it in 7 days.
I already know that, but it's my husband's birthday tomorrow.
I see. Well, would you like to order a similar clock? We have an Apple iPod one for £35.
I really liked the one I ordered.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Would you like to cancel the order?
Yes, I think so. How does that work?
Well, we'll refund the amount of £39 to your credit card.
OK, thanks.
And would you like confirmation by email?
Yes, please.
Let me check. Your email is jpowell@smail.com.
That's right.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, thanks. That's everything.
OK, goodbye.
Bye.
1.33, Unit 5D. 1,
Good morning. Can I help you?
2,
Can I put you on hold?
3,
Is that A as in Alpha?
4,
I'm calling about an order.
5,
Is there anything else I can help you with?
6,
Do you have an order number?
1.34, Unit 5D. 1,
Good morning. Can I help you?
2,
Can I put you on hold?
3,
Is that A as in Alpha?
4,
I'm calling about an order.
5,
Is there anything else I can help you with?
6,
Do you have an order number?
1.35, Unit 6 Opener.
In the story of the Sphinx, the answer to the question is man. This is because a baby moves using 2 hands and 2 feet. An adult walks on 2 legs. And an old person walks on 2 legs but also needs a walking stick. In the question, the Sphinx also talks about 3 different parts of the day: morning, noon, and evening. These parts of the day represent the different stages of our life. Morning is childhood, noon is the middle of our life, evening is old age. In the original Greek story, the Sphinx killed many travellers because they didn't know the answer. Finally, one man answered the question correctly. He was Oedipus, and when he answered man, the Sphinx killed itself.
1.36, Unit 6A. Speaker 1.
One day I plan to go to university, but first I want to take a year off to get some work experience abroad. So at the moment I'm working at a local supermarket and I'm going to save all my money. Then I'd like to travel to somewhere like Australia, if I can afford it.
Speaker 2.
People seem to think this stage in life means looking after grandchildren and playing golf. Well, forget that. I intend to do all the things I wanted to do but never had time. And as for work, well, I'll be happy to leave my job, I can tell you.
Speaker 3.
We hope to get a place of our own, but these days it's really difficult to buy a house. House prices are so high, so we're still living with my husband's parents. It's hard not to feel sad about it.
1.37, Unit 6A. 1,
One day I plan to go to university.
2,
I want to take a year off to get some work experience abroad.
3,
I'd like to travel to somewhere like Australia.
4,
I intend to do all the things I wanted to do but never had time.
5,
I'll be happy to leave my job.
6,
These days it's really difficult to buy a house.
7,
It's hard not to feel sad about it.
1.38, Unit 6B.
It's about 6 o'clock in the morning here in New Orleans, and the streets are very quiet. But in about 6 hours, the city is going to have the biggest party in the world, and thousands of visitors from all over are going to fill the streets. However, Mardi Gras is really about the local communities in the city. So, I've come to the traditional Treme neighborhood of New Orleans, where there are already some people preparing for the big day. So, I'll try to speak to some of them. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello. What's your name?
Lorette.
Hi, Lorette. You're wearing a fantastic costume. Are you going to be in the parade this afternoon?
That's right. I'm meeting everyone at the float in a few minutes, and then we're riding through the city.
As I say, your dress looks amazing. Did you make it?
Yes, we all make our own costumes for Mardi Gras.
And do you have a mask?
Sure. Here it is. I'll put it on.
Wow, that's perfect. So, tell me, how important is Mardi Gras for the people in Tremé?
Oh, it's the most important part of the year. It brings people together.
Well, good luck this afternoon. You're going to have a great time, I'm sure.
1.39, Unit 6B. 1.
Did Jeff email the times of the parade?
I don't know. I'll check my inbox right away.
2.
You're going to visit New Orleans? When did you decide that?
3.
Hey, this costume would look great on you.
Maybe. I'll try it on.
4.
I forgot to tell you, I'm travelling back home today.
Oh, so I won't see you later?
5.
One day, when I'm older, I'm going to visit Venice.
1.40, Unit 6D. Conversation 1.
Hi, Abdullah. How's it going?
Good. I finished all my courses today, so I can relax.
Great. Maybe you'll have time for some travelling and sightseeing now.
Maybe. But I think I'll take it easy this weekend.
Oh. Well, why don't you come to my house? My family is coming over. We're having a barbecue in the back garden. It'll be fun.
Thanks, but I have a few things to do at home. And it's with your family, so you probably don't want other people there.
No, really. Don't worry, because I'm inviting a few people from our class as well. So you'll know people. I'd really like you to come.
Okay, thanks. That would be great. Is it a special occasion?
Well, my oldest sister has a new baby girl, so it's a bit of a celebration for that.
Oh, so I should bring something.
No, please don't. It isn't like that. There's no need, honestly.
Conversation 2.
Hello, Sally. How are you?
Fine, thanks. It's been a busy week.
Yes, I imagine. When do you finish?
Tomorrow.
Oh, really? I didn't realise it was so soon.
Well, actually, my flight home is on Saturday.
But you're staying for another week?
No.
Oh. Well, what are you doing tonight?
Nothing at the moment. I'll be at my hotel.
Well, would you like to come out for dinner? Let's go somewhere this evening.
Really? I'd love to.
Of course. I'd like to take you to my favourite restaurant.
That would be wonderful. I'd like that very much.
Great. Let's go straight after work. I'll meet you downstairs in reception.
Okay. What time?
I finish at 6. Is that okay for you?
Sure. I'll see you then. Bye.
1.41, Unit 6D. 1.
I'd love to.
2.
That would be wonderful.
3.
It's very nice of you to ask.
4.
I'd like to, but I'm afraid I'm busy.